Please welcome Chef Ayesha Curry.
Which way do I go? This way? Ooh! Hi, everyone. How you doing? Thank you. Thank you guys so much for coming out. As you can hear, I am super under the weather, but I'm here. So bear with me through my sniffles. For those of you that don't know, I'm Ayesha Curry, and I love food. Sounds like an AA meeting, but if there was one for food, I would be in it for sure. But the reason why I started cooking, honestly, I was 12. Both of my parents worked, small business owners. There was 5 of us kids growing up, and so we all kind of had our chore. And mine was to cook, whether it be breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Most nights out of the week, I would cook one of those meals. But the best part was it wasn't like a chore for me. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And from there, my passion kind of grew. This industry is so male-dominated. I didn't know that it was a profession that I could have or be in. And it just took, for me, taking a leap of faith to realize that I could do it. And now I'm here, and I love every bit of it. I wasn't classically trained, but I've been in the school of life and learning and taking in knowledge everywhere I go. I have a great business partner and mentor, Chef Michael Mina, and he has been fantastic. He took me under his wing, and I told him about 3 years ago now, I know I'm kind of late in the game, but I want to go to culinary school. He said, no, you're not going to go to culinary school. You're gonna come to my school and you're gonna learn in my kitchen. And so that's what I've been doing, and I'm just so grateful. But when I'm cooking every day at home, what's done in the culinary kitchen at the restaurant is not what I do at home. I don't think it's really what any chef does at home. I cook to feed my kids and my husband, and I like to do it fast, and I like to get it done. So today is one of those meals that I make at least once a week in my house. We're going to be making a spice rub chicken with a parsley mint sauce, a little white rice on the side, which is already done over here, and then some mango lemonade to wash it all down. So let's jump right in. All right, I have these gorgeous chicken breasts here. At my house, I have this special rub that I make, and I always keep a ton of it on hand. It's just some paprika, a little cumin, some salt, and cinnamon. And I know people are like, ugh, cinnamon? Especially a lot of my Canadian friends, I'm Canadian, that come over to my house, they're like, cinnamon? But it's actually such an amazing ingredient to use with your savory foods. It adds such an earthiness to it that I love, and so that's what's in my rub here. So I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle this on my chicken. Oh, I want to mention that I've preheated my oven to 400 degrees because we're going to start this out in my grill pan, my cast iron grill pan here, and then finish it off in the oven. Lord Jesus. I feel like when you give it a nice sear, give it some color, and then get it in the oven, you're ensuring that all that juiciness is still in the chicken, and it's kind of foolproof. So I'm going to flip these over. They gave me gloves, but I'm not a glove girl. And my hands are ginormous, so I don't think they're gonna fit in there. All right. And I don't know if there's a microphone. Is there a microphone? But if you guys have any questions, I'm a questions type of girl. To keep this moving, please feel free to ask any questions. All right, so I'm gonna get my grill pan hot here. Get it nice and hot. I also have some asparagus here that I'm just gonna toss in some olive oil and a little bit of salt. And we're gonna get those into the oven. I have the oven on 400. We're gonna put those in after we're done searing the chicken, and it's all gonna cook at the same time. Can you guys see? Oh. That's great. I forgot. So I was here 2 years ago. Last year I didn't get a chance to come because I was pregnant. So I'm back now, and I totally forgot about that amazing invention. So there it is. You guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to set this aside. My grill pan should be getting nice and hot. I had them cook the rice because I feel like you guys should know how to do that, right? But if you don't, for some reason, with this rice, I use jasmine rice. I just like the texture of it a little bit better than your classic white rice or basmati rice. I really love the jasmine. And so you basically put the double amount of water that you'd put with the rice. I like to put a little bit of butter in mine. And you let it simmer. You bring it to a boil, let it simmer until you have your beautiful rice. Fluff it with a fork, and there you go. All right, this should be nice and hot. I'm going to get some more olive oil in this grill pan here, just like so. We're going to let that get hot. I'm going to put a little bit more on here. And you'll be shocked at how flavorful this simple rub is. I like to make it in bulk. This is black pepper. I like to make it in bulk and just put it in a jar and store it in my pantry because it literally tastes great on everything. All right. Very good. Okay. So I'm just going to put that in there. I'll do two. I don't want to overcrowd my pan here.
Don't crowd that pan. Don't crowd.
Hi, how are you? How you doing?
It's my girl.
You guys know who this is. Chef Kat Cora. Hi, Nicole. How are you? I haven't seen you since October.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
How about your new ABC show?
Oh, I will. That was a nice surprise. So Chef Kat and I and Chef Graham Elliott, do you guys know Chef Graham Elliott? We actually filmed a new ABC show back in October that airs this summer. It's called Family Food Fight. We're really freaking excited about it because I feel like it's going to change the game of, the cooking competition television series. It's competitive, but it's so full of love because it's based off of families. So we have about 8 families of 3 competing for the title of America's #1 food family. So it's really cool. We put them through amazing challenges. You see them overcome obstacles, and ultimately their relationships grow, their families become stronger, and it's just a beautiful thing to watch. So you guys be sure to check that out. We don't have an air date yet. We do, but I'm not allowed to say it. So just look out for that, and please, please, please check it out. Yeah, wow, that caught me off guard. Chef Kat's doing a demo after me at 1, so make sure you stick around for that. She's amazing. All right, so this chicken is searing away, or grilling away. I will do the other 2, but for time, we'll just focus on this for now. So any questions? Somebody please ask a question. Yes? Oh, thank you.
A personal question.
Yeah.
How do you cope with having your husband away for like half the time on over 6 months?
Oh my God, he's not gone that long. Could you imagine? No, it's a lot less than people think, actually. It's like they have 41 away games and 41 home games. So those 41 away games are divided up throughout the course of, 7, 8 months. And so they'll be gone 2 days at a time, then back home for 5, then gone 2 days. Honestly, my schedule's gotten so busy, it's kind of similar to his. Mine just differs in the fact that I can bring my kids with me anywhere I go. His is a little bit different. But it works for us. It's actually good. Because then I get the whole bed to myself some nights, and that's always nice, You can watch the shows I want to watch, Handmaid's Tale. It's awesome. All right, so let's check on this chicken here. Lovely. So I'm going to give that a flip. And we're going to cook the other side here for about 4 minutes. And then we'll pop them into the oven. I'll just do the 2. I don't want to make you guys sit through me grilling 2 more breasts here on the skillet. So we'll just do those 2. Any more questions? Yes. Hold on. He's going to bring you a mic.
So my question is...
Oh, it was her. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, I'll be really quick. Is it going to be really spicy? Is the chicken really spicy?
So absolutely not. I mean, my 6-year-old and my 3-year-old eat this. It's not spicy at all. It's a little smoked paprika, so there's a little smokiness. The cumin adds like an earthiness, and then that cinnamon is just so fragrant. So there's no spice. It's very, very palatable for anybody of any age. And you can literally, again, put that on anything. It's great on lamb. It's really good on like a meaty fish. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Yes. Yeah.
I'm only 13, and I was wondering if I were not to go to a culinary school, what's your trick to like pursuing this?
She said, you said what? You know what? So here's the thing. I would tell you to go. Go to culinary school. I wish I would have gotten the opportunity to go. So if somebody gives you the opportunity and you decide that that's the path you want to take, I would highly recommend that you actually do go to culinary school. If for some reason you can't, and you grow up with like Giada and Rachel and Emerald like I did, then make sure you're taking in everything that you possibly can. You're getting in the kitchen, you're being creative and not afraid to try new things and to fail. You gotta fail before you, figure it out and get on the right path. There's gonna be so many failures, but it's pushing through those failures and getting to the good part, getting to the good stuff that really matters. And so don't let the failures keep you down. Always try, but if you get the chance, go to culinary school. All right, this looks great. So what I'm gonna do now, I have my oven on 400 degrees. There it is. Give me a little towel here. We're gonna pop this in for about 6 minutes with that asparagus and cook these through. That's why I love cast iron, because it can go directly from the heat of the stove into the oven. Perfect. So that's gonna be in there, that's done. I like set it and forget it kind of thing, so that's in there, it's doing its thing, and we can move on to our sauce. So this sauce, I also make in bulk, because it's great for dipping veggies into. I'll send it with my kids for school and put it in a little sealed container and give them carrots, cucumbers, bell peppers, and you can dip that in it. It's good for shrimp, it's good for chicken. You can literally put this stuff on everything. It's kind of my version of a chimichurri, but it's a little bit sweet and a little bit tangy. It's so good. Let's make it. All right, so I have some flat leaf parsley here. I'm just gonna rip those stems off and put it in there. Again, I'm a dump and create type of girl. I don't have a lot of time all the time, so I like things that I can just throw together and it tastes good and it gets the job done. This does more than that because it's freaking delicious. So we have a little bit of mint here. I'm gonna put that in there. We have some green onion. I'm gonna use half and reserve the rest for when it's done for garnish. Some garlic, 3 cloves. You can chop it, you can not chop it, it doesn't matter. This is all gonna get pulsed together. I have a little bit of lemon juice here. And some honey. Now, if you're going for you can easily make this a vegan sauce by substituting for agave, but I love honey. So right in there. And then our last thing we're gonna do is pulse with some olive oil. So I'm gonna give this a good go first to start it. And now we're gonna pulse with some olive oil to let it all bind together. About a 1/4 cup. There we go. Do we have more oil? Pardon me? Okay. Oil is on the way. You know what? Actually, we're good. It's fine. So you see it's all coming together. Wonderful. All right, and it's done. So that's our sauce. Very easy. You can see it took me like 30 seconds. I'm gonna pop this off here. Here we go. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see that? It's nice and smooth. I'm gonna pour it into this here. and obviously give it a taste. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. All right, it's so fresh. Herbaceous, obviously, parsley, mint. It really works for anything. All right, now from our sauce to our mango lemonade, because again, everything's still in the oven. So we're gonna move on to our mango. We use a bigger knife here. Get this. Oh, all right. So mango lemonade, I like to use fresh mango for mine. But if you don't have it, any sort of concentrate or puree can work as well. But I do recommend just using the real stuff. So I have a mango here. This is so funny, but I'm actually on the National Mango Board. It's a thing. So so my heritage is Jamaican. So my mom's Jamaican. My grandma's like this 6 foot tall, like Amazonian Jamaican woman. It's amazing. They all have accents. It's incredible. And so obviously we eat a lot of mangoes. Mango is actually the #1 fruit in the world. And a lot of people don't know that. Here in the States, it's obviously not. And so that's why I'm on the mango board, to bring light to how wonderful mangoes are, full of vitamin C and fiber. But only 50% of Americans have actually tried a real mango. So if you haven't, raise your hand and today's the day. You haven't tried a mango? I've got you covered. Once I slice this up, it's all yours. All right. So the key for cutting a mango, because I have a lot of people ask me, how do you precisely cut a mango? The seed obviously goes widely around the center. So you want to look for the point of the mango and cut along the sides, just like so. See, so there's 1/2. You see the seed right there? We'll cut down the other side. There we go. A trick for getting it out nice and clean, I like to take a glass and I like to run the edge of the mango along the sides and simply slide down just like so. Take a little arm muscle if your glass isn't very sharp, but there you go. Look at that. And it comes out clean just like so. Do the other side. It works every time. Yeah. It's pretty incredible. So you just go like that. Then you don't have to worry about your hands getting cut or anything like that, because it can be a little tricky when you're trying to peel the peel of the mango off before you actually cut up the fruit. So I have that here. I'm just going to cut my mango into chunks. And again, this is going to go into the blender. All right. And I have this one here as well. All right, come here. I'm so excited right now. You don't understand. This is a day. I feel like I've done my job right now. All right, here you go. Give that a try. What you think? By the way, I did not make this mango. So if you
It's very good.
Yay, he says he likes it. So we have a new mango lover. The thing with mangoes too is like, they're so different. Some are more ripe than others, and the riper they are, just like any other fruit, the sweeter they are. This one is kind of medium, so it's still firm. It's gonna be a little more tart, which is fine. So I'm gonna pop my mango into the blender here, just like so. I am going to add in a little bit of cane sugar. You guys know how lemonade is. And a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of water just to get the blender going, just like so. And this is gonna make our fresh mango puree. Any more questions? Bueller. Ooh. Oh, thanks, Shab. Shameless plug. This is my apron. I'm not gonna wear it. I'm almost done. All right, so we have our mango puree now. You see it's like beautiful. If I could smell, I would say it smells delicious, but I couldn't tell you what's going on. So I have the puree here. I'm gonna take this lemon juice and pour it into my jug here, along with the remaining sugar. And the lemon juice helps to break down that sugar. So I'm just gonna stir it around until all of the sugar crystals are dissolved. One thing I love doing, guys, is cooking with my kids. They're 3 and 6. A lot of people, one of the questions that I get most times is, how do you deal with picky eating? And I have to be honest, my kids aren't very picky eaters, and I think that I can give that to cooking with them since they were little. As early as they could sit up by themselves on the counter, I've had them in the kitchen with me, and there's numerous studies that show that if you cook with your children, they're more apt to eat whatever it is they've had a hand in making. So even when I'm making, you know, the craziest things like a porchetta or lamb chops, I have them do it with me, and I'm telling you, like 99.9% of the time, they will try it because they're proud of the hand that they've had in making it. And then they want everybody else to try it too. The kitchen gets messy, but it's okay, because we're building memories. I'm setting the foundation for them to be great, healthy eaters as they get older, and they're gonna be more confident to get in the kitchen themselves in their adulthood. So, oh, thank you. So I'm gonna pour all of my mango puree just right in here, just like so. Add in our water, it's 4 cups of water. My secret ingredient, I don't know if it's the Jamaican in me, but we put some bitters in it, Angostura bitters. And so I'll put about a teaspoon in there, just like so. Give it a stir. This just gives it some body, so it's not your basic old lemonade. We have some ice here. I'm gonna fill up these cups, some ice. That's one of the reasons why I like breaking down the sugar in the lemon juice instead of doing hot water. I don't like to heat up something that I'm gonna drink cold, so I just like to stir it for a while and get that sugar dissolved. And there you have it, mango lemonade. What in the world? My goodness. All right. Just like so. All right. There we go. Mango lemonade. Let's check on our chicken. Oh, yeah. It's looking good. I'm going to pull this out. Actually, throw that to the top. Yep, our chicken looks good. Clean fork, clean knife. Flip this over. All right, so there's 1 and 2. All right, so we're gonna let them sit for like a minute. While that's happening, you guys talk to me. What's up? Yes?
Do you have any alternatives to adding sugar if you have to make like it for somebody who can't have that much sugar for lemonade?
Then adding sugar?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Agave would work really, really, really well in this. If you like the taste of maple syrup, that can work really well as well. I don't typically like artificial sweeteners, so things like, well, stevia is from the stevia plant, but I still don't like the way that it tastes. So I would go agave, maple syrup, honey, in that world.
And it doesn't change the consistency of the lemonade?
No, it won't change the consistency. That puree makes the lemonade a little bit thicker, which I like, especially on a cold day. It sits on the ice better and gets nice and cold. So it won't change the consistency at all, no. All right, let's start plating. So I have my rice here, fluff with a fork. I wish I had a bowl. Do we have a bowl?
You bet. Coming right up.
I want to make it pretty for you guys. All right, while that's happening, we're going to slice up this chicken. See, that's beautiful, juicy chicken. Look at that. Can you see that? It's gorgeous. Just going to slice it. I'm telling you, I think going from that grill pan straight into the oven really seals in the juices. It's foolproof. You get juicy chicken every time, as long as you don't leave it in there too long. Thank you so much. Oh, I meant like a bowl, but that's okay. We'll just put this out there, like so. All right, I'm gonna spoon some of this rice onto the platter. I did not make this rice. I'm gonna wipe off my plate here. I'm going to arrange my chicken just right on top, like that. And then we have our sauce. Now, in my house, you can't get enough of this, so I like to spoon it onto the chicken and then also have some on the side because it tastes really good on the rice. A little green onion, just like so. And there you have it. It's our spice rub chicken with parsley mint sauce over rice. Easy peasy, foolproof, flavorful, tastes really good. Please try it at home. Oh, our asparagus, I lied. Ah, the perfect. All right. So we have our asparagus here. Oh, and you know what's important? A little finishing salt. There you go. There you have it. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me. I can't tell you how many cold medications I took this morning to try and speak somewhat gracefully, so thank you. And there it is. Any other questions before I exit stage right? Yes. All the way at the back.
Oh.
So on your mangoes, sometimes I find that they're kind of stringy. Do you have a problem when you make your lemonade?
So the blender will actually break that down. So I do find that, well, mangoes are always stringy, especially how I grew up, we just eat them right off the seed, and there's always those little strings hanging off. The blender breaks that down. It takes care of it.
So it doesn't matter how ripe or how...
I prefer them to be a little bit more ripe than what we had on hand today, just because it adds more sweetness, and then you're able to use less sugar. But if that's how they are at your grocery store, because it really depends on what's in season at the moment, then use that. It breaks down fine, and it doesn't change the consistency at all.
What's the best season to buy mangoes?
So it just depends on which type of mango you're getting. There's over 50 varietals. But I find the one that's most in season is this Tommy Atkins mango. This Tommy Atkins mango, and they usually have them in season. If they're not ripe, you can throw them in a dark pantry for a couple of days, just like you would a banana or a plantain, and they'll get ripe in a day or two.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Got another one.
Yes.
So are you Team Nick or Team Luke? Handmaid's Tale.
Oh my God, that's so hard. Oh my God, because I feel so bad because Luke was her husband, but then Nick went through all the trauma with her, and I'm just like, ah. I'm kind of team both of them. They should just all get together and be happy families. I don't mean that. All right, I think we have time for, what, 3 more questions?
Hi, Ayesha.
Hi.
I was wondering what made you choose the pieces of your line? Are those
The pieces
one?
in my line?
Yeah.
So I wanted things that were functional. It's so funny, when my best friend Shireen and I were growing up, we for some reason thought we would never get married, we weren't gonna have kids, like we were just gonna be 13 forever. And we always said we were gonna live together and deck out our whole home in Martha Stewart from Kmart, because that was the wave when I was 13. Obviously, I got married, that didn't happen. And you know, getting into my career a little bit, the opportunity was given for me to have a cookware line, and I jumped on it because I wanted all of the pieces to be quality, but also be functional and affordable. And a lot of people are like, well, why do you want it to be affordable? Because I don't like spending a lot of money on things. I like to save where I can, but I like that when I buy something, even if it's for a bargain, it lasts and it's quality. And so I live down the street from my manufacturer, Meyer, and I'm literally there all the time looking at the tooling of a handle, trying to figure out how we can make it better, Pantones, the whole thing. So I wanted things that could be implemented into anyone's lifestyle and could be really functional, but be passed down as well. And so I think we really achieved that here. Everything serves a purpose. A lot of things are like multi-use, which I like because I know in this day and age, like people don't have a lot of space. And so, you know, things like this, I put my olive oil in it, but we call it a flavor bottle because you can pretty much put whatever you want in here. The grill pans, you know, from stovetop to oven, this is like, I think in the $29 or $39 price range, which I think is great. And this is something that you can like pass down from generation to generation. It gets better as you cook in it. It's easy to clean. And so all of those things I really took into consideration. I'm really proud of the line. There's so much more I want to do, but it's just kind of, you know, bugging them to let me do it. Where are they? Yeah. Yes. Anyone else? Oh, yeah.
What is your family's favorite meal that you make?
Pardon?
What's your family's favorite meal that you make?
So actually, this is my husband's favorite. This is my husband's favorite meal that I make at home. The kids really like when I make pasta. They love when I make steak, which is so funny to me because they're 3 and 6, and I give them a choice like, what should we make tonight? Steak or chicken, or do you want flaxseed chicken tenders? They're like, no, we want steak, we want filet. I'm like, okay, what have I done? I've created some monsters. But I say at least they'll be able, you know, they'll be a hard date, so maybe we can keep them from dating for a while. But yeah, this chicken dish they love. I'm into one sheet pan meals right now, and so I make this apricot glazed salmon that's in my book, and it's wonderful because you just take, you know, salmon. The glaze is 3 ingredients. It's soy, garlic, and apricot jam. You mix it together, pour it on the salmon, put whatever veggies in season, whether it's parsnips, bell peppers, edamame, mushrooms, summer squash, put it on the sheet pan, put the oven on 425, and it roasts for 15 to 20 minutes, and then you have dinner. So I love things like that. Yes?
Hi.
Hi.
Our family loves you so much. We've seen your family go through so much, and obviously you're such an accomplished woman. And I think we were just wondering, is there a certain accomplishment that you're most proud of?
Is there an accomplishment that I'm most proud of?
Yeah.
I would say, obviously besides my children, because that's always like the answer, right? Which is the truth, it's my children. But in the business world, I think for me it was writing my book and seeing it go from nothing to something tangible in my hands. That's like an example of my hard work, because I literally wrote my cookbook by myself. I did not know how people wrote books, that they have people helping. I didn't know. And so I literally I wrote every recipe. My second daughter at the time was like in my baby carrier. I was recipe testing every day, did the whole thing, wrote all the stories, and I even food styled and cooked all the food and the images. And so that book, I feel like, is as real as it gets. There's no fluff, there's no spray on the chicken to make it look shiny, there's none of that. It just is what it is. And so I think that's what I'm most proud of, because I put a ton of work into that. So yeah. Oh.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi, Ayesha.
Hi.
I have a hella random question.
You have a what?
Hella random question.
Okay. Are you from the Bay?
Yes, I
You
am.
said hella.
I'm from Vallejo.
Oh, awesome.
Do you like to eat your mangoes when they're cut up in squares?
Do I like to eat my mangoes? What?
When they're cut up in squares?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I prefer to just like literally bite the skin off and eat it like a real island girl. Like this. Like a whole mango and just like peel the skin off and like suck the mango. I'm gonna take this with me. But that's how I prefer to eat it, especially when they're ripe. I won't traditionally eat a mango if it's like this. I wait until it's like juicy and soft. And you can usually smell, I can't smell anything right now, but you can usually smell when it's ripe and ready to go. Yeah.
How long did you follow that ice cream truck?
How long did I what?
How long did it take to follow that ice cream truck before it stopped?
Oh my God. We're crazy. Like 15, 20 minutes out of our way for some ice cream. It is what it is. That's so funny. Thanks for following along.
I was trying to figure out where you guys were in Vallejo.
Huh?
I was trying to figure out where you guys were in Vallejo.
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Stain your clothes?
Mango juice?
Yeah.
No, I haven't found it to stain my clothes. No. No, it doesn't stain my clothes. I think it's more like turmeric, beets, things of that nature that really stain. Like, I love cooking with turmeric, but it gets everywhere, all on my fingers, everywhere. But I've never found mangoes to stain. All right, is that it? Okay, well, thank you guys so much. I know this meal was super easy, but that's how I wanted it to be because I wanted it to be accessible and quick and fun. Again, so if you guys get a chance, be sure to check out the new ABC show that comes out in a couple of months on ABC. They'll let you know what time. I'll let you know what time. But I'm really excited about it, and keep following along. And if you get a chance to check out the cookware, check it out. What booth are we at?
2410.
Where? What?
2410.
2410. Come check it out. I've got
Right
so
away.
many fun things. And thank you guys. Thanks for bearing with me through this weird sickness.
Thank you so much. Another round of applause, Ayesha Curry, everyone.